Hello everyone, I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday. In today's video, we're gonna check a free legendary champion that can solo the Scarab King. And I know a lot of you guys might be struggling with the boss. Now, if you've been playing for a very long time and you managed to collect some of the Doom Tower champions, you're not really going to have issues once you're going to get Euros, the Soul Cage. He's definitely the #1 champion to solo the boss. There are plenty of different options out there. You can do it with Vergis, for example. You can do it with Skull or Vargal. And I'm pretty sure there are a few other champions that can allow you to overcome this challenge. But guess what? Mithrala Lifebane can actually do it as well. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It's actually pretty easy with her because she doesn't need crazy stats or anything too specific, honestly. I do want to give a big shout out to Fox because he's the person that tagged me in Discord. I know he tagged me in my Discord. It's been like a few weeks now. I don't know, 3-4 weeks or so, maybe even a month since he actually tagged me to show me that Mithrala can solo the Scarab King. So big shout out to him. And you know what, guys? Head over to his channel, man. He's doing a bit of content. Go show him some support. Drop him a like. Drop him a subscribe. And yeah, let's crack on it. But basically, Mithrala Lifebane, she has this amazing passive, right, which turns all her accuracy into resistance, and that will allow you to easily destroy the Scarab King. Now, at the moment, I don't have the higher floors unlocked, and I tried to do it on the test server, but unfortunately, the Doom Tower is not unlocked. Now, initially, this would be my team. Euro Soul Cage is definitely the best champion to do it once you're gonna get him from the Doom Tower. But if you don't have the champion and it's going to take you a while to get him, you might want to look into getting this team done, for example. So Itos is just there to deal damage. Then I have some fodders because why not? I'm going to kind of like get the Masteries done on the champions like that. But basically, this is actually pretty interesting. Increases the champion's resistance. The amount by which it is increased is equal to the amount of accuracy. And of course, you have a 100% chance to land 2 poisons with A1. The poisons and the War Master procs are what's gonna kill the boss, basically. Very similar with Euros, you know, like that's pretty much how it goes. Now, when we are talking about presets, you wanna make sure you don't have the A2 on Mithrala once you're gonna get at the boss, because you don't want Mithrala to constantly buff. And yeah, you see her stats are not too crazy. You can actually drop a bit of more speed without a problem. It's not a necessity to have so much speed, but 55k HP, 3.6k defense, and you don't need so much accuracy resistance. I do have for that +3 and the blessing, but you know what? That doesn't really matter because you're gonna see the build that I have on her. I literally took some random gear. I removed amulets and other things to make sure that I'm not building the champion too powerful, just to show you that it works, basically. So let's crack on it. You're gonna wanna have 1 or 2 nukers, depending on how many you need in order to kind of like kill the waves in here. Like, those champs, they stood no chance against Itos, especially with increased attack as well. And even without the increased attack, he just completely melts the waves. No problem for him, you know. He's my nuker for pretty much every single Doom Tower boss fight, because he's just wrecking everything and just taking me to the boss pretty fast, you know. So you see, 2 poisons on. Of course, the Masteries will be playing an important role. And Mithrala shields herself. She has so much resistance with the accuracy that she gains, plus the extra resistance, that the boss cannot debuff her. Plus, you have the accuracy aura from her, so you're gonna get 3% sometimes, but that doesn't mean much, honestly. And if you give her a Blood Shield accessory, which are fairly accessible to the majority of people. If you're playing CVCs, you don't even have to win the CVC. You just need to participate in CVCs and your clan to engage into these events, you know, and complete your milestones. And of course, by the time you're getting Mithrala from the Hydra clan boss, I would expect you to have at least a few Blood Shield accessories. So if you have 1 Blood Shield accessories, it's gonna make it much safer, much easier. I'm pretty convinced that you can do it without it too, honestly. Just because Mithrala, she's such a good champion, but you will need to have slightly crazier stats on her to ensure that she's gonna be spot on with survivability, you know, because the boss is gonna counterattack. So that might put you a bit in danger if you don't have the Blood Shield accessory. You definitely need to ramp up on stats, on defense, on HP. But here we go. 1 minute and 55 seconds. We almost reached 50% of the boss's HP. Those poisons are doing an amazing work. And having the 100% chance on the A1 is just like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna melt the boss slowly, you know? And you see she's barely dropping, I don't know, 25% of her HP, and that's kind of like putting it on the high, you know? Like, she doesn't really drop that much HP. And my Euros can do it in a lower turn count, but time-wise, it's not really saving a lot of time. Like, he takes 2-3 minutes, 3 minutes and a bit, to 4 minutes sometimes to kill the boss as well, you know? But yeah, it's just turn count is gonna show you a bit of a less turn count, because Euros doesn't need to take turns to land the poisons. Basically, the boss just needs to hit Euros and he's gonna put the poison. So my Euros soul cage is built at like 150 speed or so. But then he does have like 90k HP, 3 to 4k defense, you know, so it's definitely quite a bit of a difference in there. But here we go, landing those poisons. Once you're gonna go on the higher wave on the Scarab, right, you're not gonna be overlapping the boss anymore in terms of speed, so you're not gonna land so many poisons. So it might be a bit slower on the last floor for the Scarab, you know. But the good part is that she's Void Affinity, so Affinity doesn't matter on the Scarab. Vergis cannot do the other rotation, for example, because of the Affinity, but she can do it regardless, you know. Yes, that's the benefit of being a neutral affinity to everything, you know, like you have no advantages, but you have no disadvantages either. And here we go. The Scarab King is going down. 130 turns, and it took us 3 minutes and 40 seconds. You see, my best time was actually 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and turn count was 34. So Euro Soul Cage will definitely do that, you know. Now, if we're gonna quickly check the build on the champion and the masteries, so that's my Mithrala life band, guys. You see, I have a regeneration and I have a perception, all rare gear. Okay, so I haven't went for anything fancy. How I mentioned, I tried to keep her stats as low as possible. So that's the weapon right here, the helmet, the shield. I have crit rate gloves as well, just to don't have too much HP or defense, just to show you that you can do it. Plus, the damage that comes from her critting is almost nothing, because you're hitting the shield on the Scarab. So that means pretty much nothing. Accuracy chest piece, just so I don't have her too tanky, because she's empowered, right? So that would make her look a bit too OP. And I have speed boots. Then I have an HP ring, is a blood shield accessory, no amulet, and of course I have an accuracy banner. In terms of total stats, 55k HP, 3.6k defense, 259 speed, 200 resistance, 400 accuracy, plus you get the accuracy aura, which will give you even more stats. So roughly you're gonna need to have 450 resistance to accuracy in total once you reach the highest stage, and that's including with the aura, and you're gonna get resisted on the boss. And that's gonna be a walk in the park on Mithrala, honestly, just to get so much resistance, because her accuracy transforms into resistance. I've seen people commenting saying that they've done a stage, the last floor, with 3.2k defense on her and around 60k HP. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But that's what I have in terms of stats on mine, guys. And masteries, we have offense and support tree. These masteries will be good for Hydra. Honestly, yes, you would want to have something else instead of Spirit Haze, like lasting gifts. But War Master as tier 6. And we went on the support tree. Arcane Celerity, we're landing a lot of debuffs on the boss, so that will give us a bit of turn meter. We have Cycle of Magic. We have a Master Hexer to increase the duration of debuffs. Bigger shield, more accuracy, and of course Spirit Haste. And we're gonna gain 24 more speed from here when our allies die, guys. But that's pretty much everything for today's video. Big shout out to Fox again for bringing this to my attention. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Any of you guys were already using Mithrala to do this. If you're getting a blessing, it doesn't really matter what you're getting, honestly. A Brimstone, I'm not even sure if it's gonna help on the Scarab. I've never tried to use Brimstone on the Scarab. I would assume it will. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Much love, appreciate every single one of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.